a familiar face around Shelby County. She recently retired from her position as Community Relations Manager with Duke Energy, where she had been employed for over 28 years. A graduate of Morehead State University with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, she received her Master's of Business Administration from Indiana Wesleyan University. She began her career with Duke Energy as a business consultant in the Information Technology Department. Kathy's been very active in the communities that she serves. She has been involved in the economic development boards of Shelby, Hancock, Rush, Henry, Fayette, and Decatur counties. She is a past Shelby County Chamber of Commerce board member and an ambassador, and has been involved with Healthy Shelby County, the Blue River Career Center Education to Industry, and County Aspirations. When giving good customer service, Kathy says, "I believe good customer service starts with a little different twist to the golden rule. I believe that instead of treating customers as you would like to be treated, we should treat all customers the way they would like to be treated." Kathy has been married to her husband, Mark, for 38 years. They have one daughter, Hillary, and I present to you the 2015 Golden Pineapple Customer Service Award recipient, Kathy Winning.
Thank you, Julie. I also want to thank the staff of the Chamber, as well as all of the volunteers who made this event such a great success. When Julie called me and left a message to say that she needed for me to call her back, I was actually taking a personal day or a vacation day from work, but when I called her back and she told me the exciting news, I was totally shocked, really taken aback. And I will have to honestly say that I feel very, very humbled to be able to receive such an award. And in fact, I'm receiving this award on behalf of a lot of people at Duke Energy. I might be the person that people in the community call upon when there's an issue or a concern, or simply a question about how to handle a situation. It's people sitting at the table over here like Susan Hill, who works for Duke Energy, that helps me to look up account information when I need that. Or Danny Sebastian, who takes care of the line crews that put the service to the homes. Bonnie Weisenbach, the supervisor of our engineering and design department. It's people like that that I go to, and they're the ones that really help me to get an answer. So I cannot say that I am the one who deserves this award. It really is people like the individual sitting at that table and the other 2,600 Duke Energy Indiana employees that I need to thank and really should be presenting that award to them. So thank you very much for everything that you do to make me look good to others in the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate your customer service. Now we're to our Golden Apple Outstanding Educator. I think you all know why we call it a Golden Apple. It's presented for the positive impact a Shelby County educator has had on students or a student or students in one of our local public or parochial schools. This year's Golden Apple, Kathy Brown, is known for the nurturing atmosphere she has been providing her kindergarten students at Hendricks Elementary since 1998. She grew up in Seymour, Indiana, received her bachelor's in early education from Butler University, and her master's in early childhood education from Ball State. When asked if she always knew she wanted to be a teacher, she said, "I think so. I had 2 grandparents who were teachers, and I certainly looked up to them." Kathy makes learning interesting for her students, whether it be turning her classroom into a jungle, talking her husband into dressing up like Cat in the Hat, or donating her time for a Bake with Mrs. Brown session, she makes each student feel that they are loved. Kathy also embraces the students who are the most challenging, including non-English speaking families, children with special needs, and students with very difficult home lives. One of Kathy's nominators said, "It's your child's first day of kindergarten. There is much anticipation as well as anxiety as you send your child to school for the first time. You hope and pray that the kindergarten teacher has the tricks of Mary Poppins, the engagement skills like Mrs. Frizzle, and the forgiveness of Mother Teresa. You want her to love, protect, care, and teach your child like he or she is your own. We are fortunate to have such a teacher at Hendricks Elementary." Kathy's family includes husband Doug and children Mitch and Julia. We're pleased to honor this year's Golden Apple Outstanding Educator, Kathy Brown.
I love my job. I've been teaching kindergarten for 29 years, and I think I have the best job in the world. So to be honored for this is extremely humbling. But I'm really just a reflection of my students, their parents, my family, and my Hendricks family. I'm so lucky to be surrounded by so many supportive and wonderful people and extraordinary teachers and administrators. Shelby County has given me a wonderful place to raise my family and the opportunity to do what I love, teach kindergarten. I am blessed to be a part of this community. Thank you so much.
Cat in the Hat, huh? Okay, good, good. The Shelby County Chamber of Commerce Pay It Forward Award is presented to an organization or an individual who inspires others through acts of compassion and selflessness that sets the Pay It Forward philosophy in motion. Described as compassionate, kind, gentle, and a people person with a magnetic personality, Shane Rail has been an active resident of Shelby County for many years. His volunteer activities include Shelbyville VC Action Club, the ARC of Shelby County, and the Mayor's Committee on Livable Communities. He has served as treasurer, president, I believe 3 times, and vice president of the Shelbyville VC Action Club and Indiana District of Kiwanis Action Club's ambassador. He has also served on the board of directors of the Self Advocates of Indiana. Shane was a member of the Shelby County Special Olympics team that won state championships in both basketball and volleyball. He prides himself in being able to help his team and performing his best in Special Olympic sports. Most recently, Shane participated in the Dancing with the Shelby County Stars, where he was chosen as the fan favorite. Shane, along with the other dancers, helped Shelby Senior Services and Shelby County players to bring in over $174,000. I think that deserves some applause. Thank you. Shane currently works at Shares, Indiana Grand Casino, and seasonally at Subway. Shane has never let his disability stop him from making friends wherever he goes. According to his nominator, everywhere he goes, people know him and flock to him just to say hello and have the opportunity to talk to him. To say he is extraordinary would just fall short of what he is and what he represents to his community, his family, and his friends. Please join us as we recognize and honor our 2015 Pay It Forward Award recipient, Shane Rail. I want to direct your attention to the video.
Where do you live, Shane?
Shelbyville,
How old are you?
49.
Shane, I understand that you've developed a bucket list for yourself. I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about what you have on that bucket list. Is that okay? All right. You had, one of the items was to be the president of the Action Club. Have you been able to do that?
Yes,
How many times have you been?
3 years.
3 years, okay. Have you enjoyed doing that?
Yes,
All right. Another item you have on your bucket list is to serve on the Mayor's Livability Committee. Have you done that also?
yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
1 year.
Okay. I understand that committee is responsible for trying to improve the community and make it better for people with disabilities. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Another item you got on your bucket list was something to do with Peyton Manning. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell me about that, Shane.
We went to Special Olympics World Games
Okay.
and we holded the torch.
You and Peyton Manning carried the torch?
Yes.
Where was that at? Was that
At home.
at Terre Haute at the
Special Olympics.
Special Olympics Games?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you've been involved in the Special Olympics a lot, haven't you?
Yes.
And you've also helped raise money for them, and one of the items you had was to do the polar bear plunge, right?
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
41 years.
Well, you've been involved in Special Olympics 41 years, but I
Yes.
think the plunge is 11 years.
Yeah,
Is that
11
right?
years. Yes.
Do you know how much money you've personally raised for the polar bear plunge? $7,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another item you have on your bucket list is to have a good job. Do you have a good job?
Yes.
Where do you work, Shane?
At casino,
You do? Okay.
Yep.
And what do you do at the casino?
I did best boy
Okay, you're a busboy. And how long you been doing that?
1 year.
Okay, do you like that job?
Yes.
Yeah, people like you out there?
Yes.
Okay. Where else do you work, Shane?
At Shares,
Shares, okay. And how long have you been at Shares?
1987.
You started in 1987?
Yes.
Do you like working at Shares?
Yes.
Okay. Now, another big item on your list was to be a good dancer. Did you do something special this year?
Yes, I did Dancing in the Stars
You're Dancing with the Stars, okay. Who'd you dance with?
with Sally Dooley.
Sally Dooley, okay. And how did you do raising money?
Good.
Okay. Did you have a lot of fun doing that?
Yes.
Did the crowds like you?
Yes.
And you enjoyed it?
Yep.
That's very important, isn't it? Okay. Shane, do you feel like you've made a difference in your community during your life?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me why?
Because I like a lot of people and work with me. My family are proud of me.
Okay. So your family is proud of you?
Yes.
Okay. And the final thing I want to ask you about is in your time with Special Olympics, you've been able to gather a lot of medals and ribbons, haven't you?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about those medals and ribbons? How you feel about them?
I did all the sports. I did volleyball,
Volleyball,
basketball, swimming,
swimming, skiing.
skiing.
Okay. Now I know you counted all those medals and ribbons, and you've got almost 350 medals and ribbons. Are you proud of those?
Yes.
What's the most important thing about Special Olympics, though?
They like me.
And it's always to do your
For
best.
the best.
And to help who?
Help every people
Well, and to help your team?
in my team.
Okay. Shane, thank you for all that you do to help your community and to help Special Olympics. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Every mother should have a daughter named Maria. Thank you. Tonight, in this great stadium, a new legend is born. You athletes are the heroes of that legend. Here, where crowds once cheered for Johnny Lujack and George Gipp, for Joe Theismann and Rocky Blyer, tonight they cheer for you. You are the stars, and the world is watching you. By your presence, you send a message to every village, every city, every nation. A message of hope, a message of victory. The right to play on any playing field, you have earned it. The right to study in any school, you have earned it. The right to hold a job, you have earned it. The right to be anyone's neighbor, you have earned it. The days of separation and segregation are over. You Special Olympians have thrilled us on the playing fields of the world. You have taught us that what matters is not power or politics, weapons or wealth. What truly counts is the courageous spirit and the generous heart. Like the heart of the mother whose daughter is special, she walked with her child 16 miles each week from her village to the coach who taught her daughter how to run. This mother is in the stadium tonight, and tomorrow, with the world watching, she will see her daughter race in the 200-meter dash. When our hearts are touched and when they are opened, then there is a world on fire. As the philosopher wrote, after conquering the winds and the waves, the tides and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then, for the second time in the history of the world, man will discover fire. Good luck, Special Olympians.
I present to you Shane Rail.
Thank you, my friends and my family to proud of me, and all you guys, thank you very much.
Be careful. Well, I especially want to thank Shane and Don Collins for producing that video. You know, I said this is the first time at the Shelby County Annual Dinner and Awards Program we've had a video. It was very good. Now we are to the Shelby County Shining Star Award, presented to an individual from Shelby County under the age of 18 who inspires others through acts of compassion and selfless giving. With this award, the Chamber celebrates young people in our community that are making a difference by putting others first. This year's Shining Star, Nigel Schonfield, is a young man who has overcome many obstacles. Nigel, currently a senior at Shelbyville High School, was diagnosed with a rare blood disease at the age of 16. I'm going to let him tell you what that is when he comes up because I can't pronounce it. He will graduate with a Core 40 diploma this spring. Even though he was in the hospital, Nigel sought the opportunity to learn more, take additional online courses, and gain expansive knowledge, in particular about his medical condition. After the multiple extended stays at Riley, Nigel built relationships with the doctors and nurses, and they extended the classroom to his hospital room. His influence and positive attitude reached even farther in that he befriended other patients at Riley and other children going through similar medical struggles. Nigel's football coach, Pat Park, says, "When God made Nigel, they made a fighter. Nigel is not afraid to go to battle against any kind of opponent. His battle has been against a life-threatening rare disease, and he has taken on this battle with all of his heart, soul, and mind. And through it all, he remained positive and encouraging to others. We present our 2015 Shining Star, Nigel Schonfield.
So my name is Nigel. I didn't realize I was wearing the same shirt I was in the picture, but what I had was PNH. It's paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. It's where your own body attacks itself. You don't produce white blood cells, you don't produce red blood cells, you don't produce platelets. So you don't have an immune system, so unfortunately I couldn't go to school. And every time I tried to go back to school, I'd get sick. But also you'd be tired and out of breath because you didn't have blood. Platelets, I was always, anything I'd get cut and hurt, I'd have trouble clotting. But I got that cured from a bone marrow transplant, which you have to go through a week of hard chemotherapy, and they take somebody else's bone marrow, put it in you. And I had that happen last year in June, and I came out very well. But I've tried several treatments and it didn't work, so that was the cure, and I thank God for that. But I'd like to thank everybody who's supported me through all the struggles I've been through, especially the school, which I see a bunch of them over here, and all my coaches, especially Coach Parks and Mr. Hearn. They'd come to the hospital and they'd give me these motivational speeches like we did in football. He always told me there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And Parks, he's like, it's a battle on the football field, except for, you're in the hospital. And I'd like to thank my family, which is at this table, for all their supports and all the troubles I gave them. And I especially like to thank the Chambers for, having the opportunity. And they surprised me because I got a call from the school telling me I got an award. I was like, was it like AV Honor Roll Award or something? But no, I got there and they told me it was, I won a Shining Star Award. But it surprised me a lot, so. But I'd like to thank everybody, and we have a great community. Of course, I get sick, and pretty much the whole community helped out. And that shows that we have a great community, and we're improving every day. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Just telling you, it just doesn't get any better than this, does it? Yeah. I told you you'd be happy to know these people if you didn't know them at the beginning of the evening. Okay, our last award this evening is our Outstanding Citizen of the Year, recognized for their involvement in community volunteer work that benefits local individuals or organizations and has a major and lasting impact on our community. This year's Citizen of the Year knows what it means to be involved. Chris King is a graduate of Triton Central High School, is principal and executive vice president at Renabum Construction. He is responsible for the company's business development efforts. Chris is also a graduate of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. He puts much of his time and effort into the Shelby County community. He is a past president of the Shelby County Chamber of Commerce, Shelby County Development Corporation, and the Shelby County Plan Commission, as well as Main Street, Shelbyville. He's a past board member of the Shelby County United Fund, Scuffy, as many of us know it, and the Blue River Community Foundation. In 2009, Chris served successfully as the chair of the Scuffy Drive. During his year as president of the chamber, Chris was instrumental in helping to reestablish Leadership Shelby County, as well as introduce the first countywide job and career fair. He has also been a driving force behind Advantage Shelby County, which is a 2-year free college program available to all Shelby County high school students beginning with this class of 2016. In 2015, Chris also participated in Dancing with the Shelby County Stars, where he and his partner, Kylie Dickman, raised over $31,000 to support Shelby Senior Services and Shelby County players. He was also recently honored as one of the Indianapolis Business Journal's 40 Under 40 and a Duke Energy Difference Maker. Chris, along with his lovely wife, Laura, are enjoying their beautiful little girl, Elena. Please join me in recognizing this year's Outstanding Citizen of the Year, Chris King.
Julie, I noticed that we're about 40 minutes ahead of schedule or so. I can probably get us back on schedule, maybe. All I can say is that I'm extremely honored just to be recognized tonight, because I mean, literally in this community, I feel like there are hundreds of people that deserve this award more than I do. There are hundreds of people in this room that deserve this award more than I do. I can't thank you enough, and it really means so much. It's been a great year with the Chamber. I want to thank my wife first for everything that she's done to support me, to always be there for me, and to take care of everything. So thank you, babe. I want to thank my mom who's here tonight, my sister, my grandparents. I want to thank Mike Runnebaum, the Runnebaum family, for everything they do to support me. I'm truly honored to be up here tonight with Kathy and Ryan and Martha, Kathy, Shane, Nigel, and Mary. I mean, they're all immensely deserving of these awards that they've received tonight, and it's just a privilege to be up here with them. Julie, I want to thank you for an amazing year at the Chamber. Without you, I don't think there's any way that we could have accomplished what we accomplished this past year. You met every challenge head on, and for that, I thank you, because we did some things that I thought were going to be tough to do, and thanks to you and the good work of the Chamber Board, we got it done. Bo, I want to tell you that it was a pleasure working with you this past year. Chamber's in good hands going forward, so thank you for everything, and I'm looking forward to a great year under your leadership. Mayor, I want to single you out because I think you're doing a great job. I appreciate everything that you do, your vision, your commitment, and your effort. I enjoy every opportunity that I get to work with you. The downtown project is absolutely critical. Advantage Shelby County is absolutely critical. The Trails project is absolutely critical. There's so many good things going on in this community, and a lot of it's thanks to your leadership and good work, so thank you. It's moments like this that you really realize how lucky you are. This community has been incredibly good to me. I'm constantly amazed by everybody's willingness to roll up their sleeves to get work done. The people in this room are what makes everything possible, so I want to thank you. Last year, when we started off the year at our retreat, we challenged the Chamber to be transformational and to do things that would have lasting impact beyond our years on the board, and I think we were able to start some of those things. The job fair, it connected over 70 companies with hundreds of individuals in this community. Things like that can begin to change lives, and that's something that's going to go forward and I think last for a long time. We've got our second one coming up next month, so we're really excited about that. I was really proud of the Chamber's efforts with Leadership Shelby County as well. After a few years of inactivity, we were able to get that back up and started again, and right now we're investing in 22 emerging leaders in our community that are going to be doing great things, and so it's so neat to see that. And I really want to recognize the city and the county for their investments in Advantage Shelby County. This program is a fantastic opportunity for the youth of our community. Next year's high school class, if they're willing to stay here and pursue a degree in a field that's needed by our workforce and commit to community service, it's going to take care of their college for 2 years. And the city and the county have stepped up to make an incredible investment in that. And the response from the student body, I think, has been really good. We've got over 100 students that are interested, that have expressed an interest in that program, over 25% of our high school class next year. So we're extremely excited about that. But what I think is so wonderful is that there's so much more on the horizon for this community. We need to get behind the city's efforts to redevelop the downtown. I think that is one of the biggest projects and most important things that we can do, city and county, that's going to change this community. We need to support Girls Inc. and the Boys Club, as we get ready to enter a campaign to address our space needs. We need to support senior services as they look to expand their space needs, the players as well. We need to support the county's work to invest in infrastructure. We need to support State and Joe as they work to begin a capital project.